Any questions? Yeah, there's one question. How to, if I remember correctly, how to arise into deity from the emptiness, from the emptiness base, or how to arise deity from the emptiness. So first, so there are few ways. There are practitioners that who already living in the deity yoga practice, or even they are practicing deity yoga but not living full time in deity yoga practice. They go back to their old self. And now, for the one that whose practice is interrupted by ordinary mind, or by ordinary mind, viewing oneself as ordinary person, not aware of the emptiness nature. And for such practitioner, then in order to arise onto deity, first you need to dissolve the ordinariness into empty. And where to do that is first you dissolve the basis of the person, I, which is like a form, mental aggregates, etc. By purifying it is substantial existent. By completely making it empty of any ordinary substantial form, substantial mind, substantial, the rest of the aggregates, such as like compositional factor, etc. So then after that, on the basis of that, then you also purify the identity, the self, ordinary self, the ordinary self. Through reasoning, there's no base where you can able to establish the ordinary me. So therefore, the ordinary me, my identity, is merely in the name, that empty name. There's nothing substantial that which can prove you are ever being ordinary. You are ever existing as ordinary. You are being inordinary. You are being innately inordinary. And so in your understanding, you're completely lost your ordinary, your ordinary identity. You're completely lost, vanish. So that's how you cleanse into empty of ordinariness. Then from that very void of negating this ordinary being, ordinary person, ordinary me, then you need to actualize correct base. You need to actualize interdependent cause and condition to arise into deity, to have a new identity, which is the identity of the deity. So for that, Then from that voidness, then the interdependent conditional base is a lotus. And the lotus, in fact, is symbolism of emptiness. Is very much like from the water, there's a bubble come up, but then that nature of the bubble also, emerge in oneness with the water. But in order to make a form, something arising, so therefore this bubble has to be kind of like should manifest. So similarly, so from the void, from the emptiness, there's interdependent. From emptiness, it actualizes interdependent phenomena. That is, its nature is no different than the empty itself, where it is arising from, like the water bubble. So then you visualize lotus. Then lotus, you can visualize magnificent. Usually, there's also a significance of when there are, a symbolism of why there's 8-petal lotus. Mostly for visualization, you visualize lotus. Then on top of that, like in the lotus, there's in the central, there's a what you call flower, or every flower got something in the middle. What do you call? The middle one. The middle. the middle one. Now you and me become almost oneness. uh, uh, I know, but I don't know the word. So anyway, so that, that central one, then is very much the method aspect of to bring the function. It's like a two object. In order to make the friction, you need two objects. You see, so in order to make the wisdom to able to make up, identity or tangible or existent or phenomena, then you need the method. So the method here is the mundis. So you visualize mundis. Then in another word, it's very much like so the mundis. Then in the center of the mundis, now you visualize syllable. The most common syllable is syllable hum, but then some deity have a different syllable, and that syllable is a symbolism of the continuum of the deity, the main essence of the deity, which is the conscious continuum, which manifests into us. For visualization, it's a syllable. So hum. So you visualize hum. From that hum is very much like miraculously. You can do one by one, but you can also visualize miraculously arise into a deity. The whole image, the completeness of the deity. So very much like a producing baby. In order to produce baby, first of all you need you need you need a place which is empty place where you can able to care or sustain, preserve the eggs and sperm, isn't it? If there's no womb, empty space, you cannot develop this fetus, the baby. So the empty space is very much, emptiness is very much like the empty womb. Then the lotus is very much like the mother's egg. And the moon is very much like the father's sperm. Then the syllable hung is very much like the person's continuum, the consciousness. So in order to actualize baby, you need three things. One missing, no baby. So father, mother substance, then the continuum of the previous person's consciousness. And this consciousness need to enter in the center of the combination of father, mother's substance. When the father, mother substance come together, then it become a like fertile ground or conducive ground. Then the consciousness enter there. And the entering of the consciousness, I'm not a medical doctor, but based on the sutra, the consciousness mostly, there may be other ways, or mostly enter together with the father's sperm. So when the father, when releasing the sperm, there's like strong kind of inhalation of the breathing from the nostril. And that time, the spirit, which is right on the wind energy, like the air, when you breathe in the air, and that subtle wind energy, that right by the consciousness, directly catch the sperm, then then enter into the karmic infinited egg. Then remain within the karmic infinited mother's womb. Then when you look at how baby was formed, it's truly like miraculous. It's miraculous, especially if you take video of a whole thing and you watch with a quick way or slow way, whatever. It's like miraculously, like all this like that, 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 like that. So the arising of deity is very much like that. You see, so just having the lotus, but no mundis, no the syllable cannot arise into deity. First of all, no emptiness cannot arise the deity. So there's emptiness nature, but then there's no like mother's wisdom, such as mother's egg, not there. Baby cannot form. Deity cannot arise. Even the emptiness is there, the wisdom aspect of energy is there, but then the vajra or the father's energy, the mundis is not there, again cannot actualize the deity. Even all is there, but then syllable hong, the cis syllable is not there, as like the continuum of consciousness is not enter. Therefore, even though if you go to a medical doctor, some say it baby cannot form. But they check the mother's egg is very fertile, father's sperm is very fertile, but still baby is not happening. Right? The karmic infinited consciousness is not entering it. So in the Buddhist scripture, very clearly it says, in the moment that is enter on the basis of this truth, then even you are 80 years old also can have baby. 90 years old also can have, 100 years old also can have baby. It's not much about you are young or old. It's all about mainly there's a play of the karma. You see, so then exactly, how it formed miraculously, the limbs, I mean, unbelievable how possible with this fluid, like now eye organs, eye consciousness. Wow, those, different shapes, so many characteristics. Unbelievable, isn't it? Amazing. Look at me. Look at you. It's unbelievable. This is truly the most amazing miracle, that happens. So, so therefore, But then again, if you're a professional, the people who check about how baby form, then you know exactly, step by step, how it grow. You can also do that. You can make your deity step by step, then arise. So there are like you can arise the deity from the feet onwards. Like the physical formation, uh, or you can arise from the first structure, the internal in the channels and chakras, which are mostly in the deity is called the body mandala. So especially if you're arising, there's a body mandala. So each like kind of like we have this, two knee joints, two this and this and this. Everywhere got a mantra, everywhere got syslib, or everywhere got it is deities. So that's why you usually regard body mandala is very complicated, is because so you can do that, but not many people are able to do that. So not many people can also become a professional baby delivering doctor also, isn't it? But still, we can have baby, and 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 without knowing detail, you can have a beautiful baby. Similarly, without knowing so detail, you can be beautiful deity yourself. So you become miraculously, you become deity. And in your visualization, you can even become the Sambhogakaya aspect. The Nirvana-kaya aspect, Sambhogakaya aspect. The Nirvana-kaya aspect, very much like the human aspect, like Shakyamuni Buddha is a human aspect. Like your aspect is the Nirvana-kaya aspect. So an example, let's say Tara. So Tara is Sambhogakaya aspect, Teresic Sambhogakaya aspect. All the most of the deities are Sambhogakaya aspect, the physical form one. Mm. Uh, uh, but the thing is, you will still not give up looking yourself in the mirror because you need to do makeup tomorrow morning, isn't it? Or or even the guys, you need to shave, and you still want to look at the mirror, how good you're looking is, isn't it? You will do a hairstyle. So if that is still happening, then better carry on your own normal body. Uh, but you have the full awareness of his deity, not the ordinary person. Why you appear in this ordinary? Why you appear the look that you had before you bring the dissolution of your ordinary person, is for the purpose of being in the service. It's a skillful means. I need to be in the service of my children. I need to be in the service of society. If I go out with the Yametaka way, everybody will be frightened. So I need to go with the normal way. That's why I still take my own look. It's very much like the Tara is makeup to look exactly like you now. You see, so you go with that. So the main thing is the divine pride. So after you build that, then the most important part is the divine pride. Divine pride is not a pride, not an egoistic pride. Divine pride is the one of the most purest mindfulness of, you yourself oneness with the deity, or yourself being oneness with the deity. So like that. But then, in order for oneself to achieve the resultant Sambhogakaya form, like the actual Tara kind of, the resultant hood, then you should do, um, meditation to visualize yourself exactly look like the Tara. So to create a cause, and then we also need to achieve the resultant Dharmakaya body of the Buddha, which is formless. So now that also, in order to create the cause, you need to meditate the emptiness of the deity also, like not tangible, it's completely in the energy form, completely wisdom form, which you can call as a wisdom being. You can just is there, but if you face yourself into the mirror, you can't see any image, but it's there. It's the whole thing is there, but not in physical form. It's exactly the Dharmakaya aspect. So Buddha is 3 bodies: Nirmanakaya body, Sambhogakaya body, wisdom body. Which is wisdom body. These 3 body to create the cause, and all this meditation can be done. So during the post meditation, in the day-to-day life, you always in the Nirmanakaya. That's why 10 direction numberless Buddha Bodhisattvas also manifest, in the form of the Nirmanakaya, like Shakyamuni Buddha, to be among us. If Shakyamuni Buddha happen to appear in the Sambhogakaya aspect, he can only be visible, able to directly communicate only by the Arya being. So that's what the teaching emphasizes. We ordinary people weren't able to see him, even he manifests right in front of us. So ordinary people like us and like us, Nirmanakaya is the nearest, the most visible. So then you can understand that, yes, my true nature is the wisdom body of the Buddha. I also have emanation of the Sambhogakaya. The moment you close your eye, the moment you have your own quiet time, you be in the Sambhogakaya, you see. But then the moment your guest comes in your way, immediately you're in the Nirmanakaya for the service of the guest. So like that. So now for the second type of practitioner who full-time live in the Guru Yoga practice or the Deity Yoga practice, then there's no interruption of you need to dissolve the ordinariness, because you're always, one time you arise in the deity, or forever in the deity. But you need to refresh that, because when we go to sleep, when we wake up, unless you are well trained, first thought may have this awareness of self-deity. But in the beginning, we may not have. That means just miraculously, don't even need to go one by one. Just refresh that divine pride, so like that. So something like that. So that's the answer, is to talk about how to arise a deity from emptiness. Any other question?
I think Adam had a question. He was first.
My name is Adam. My question has to do with something you said yesterday about also recognizing that wisdom of emptiness itself is empty of inherent existence. And it brought to mind the fact that there are permanent phenomenon like space or the enlightened mind. And I'm wondering if the analysis regarding emptiness for those types of phenomenon is the same.
Yeah, it is same. It is same. The main logical reason to analyze emptiness of any phenomena is interdependent arising. To prove its lack of inherent existence because of interdependent arising. So the interdependent arising, there are 3 different, gross to subtle. So the understanding of interdependent arising, not all the characteristic may work. Like the Vaibhasika understanding of interdependent arising is, the person is, not a permanent, impermanent. Person is not a independent, dependent. Person is not autonomy. It's again, it comes with conditions, etc. So the permanent being impermanent, that logic may not able to apply. But the rest you can apply. Then the rest of the others, even like the condition, the permanent phenomena, how come it's a production of a condition? It's not a production, the condition not referring to cause and effect condition. It is the factor that like dependent on something. Let's say, even the space, it has its own relative truth. Without the relative we call Torika Sangi Mega, the relative is not there, then you won't able to establish the space which is nature is empty, which is nature is permanent. So from there you can say it exists, dependent on that, dependent on the relative truth. Therefore, is interdependent arising. So anyway, so the second point of the second level of the understanding of interdependent arising is the part and particles. That also has to apply on tangible things, impermanent things. Then the last one, the meaning of interdependent arising is dependent on the invitation of the mind. So dependent on the expression of the mind, which you can say, Chittamatra also say like that. But then, of course, Pasangika Madhyamika would say the same way, but deeper meaning. Because Chittamatra, the dependent mind, the mind, the producer, is true existent. Pasangika Madhyamika, the producer mind is lack of true existence. So, but in any way, space exists by the productions of labeling of the mind. So therefore, it's interdependent arising. Therefore, it is nature exists in emptiness, or something like that. Okay. Anyone online? Any questions? Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, hi, this is Miles. We were talking earlier today about the Dharma path. I heard you talking about lack of a not showing aggression. Now, I don't want to misinterpret it, so I'm asking, does that mean to you that when there are dangerous people who try to do things to us, whether it's psychological or physical, that we should treat it with compassion rather than through force in order to protect self or family or community?
Yeah, definitely should handle with compassion. But handling with compassion doesn't mean don't gather self-protection. Compassionately means gently, or without hurting the other. Let's say if someone is like with a knife in front of me, in order for me to get protection to myself, I don't have to hit him. I can run away. I can run. I will find any ways to escape from this person. I won't just sit there. So I want to practice compassion. I will anyway find a way to escape, but find a way to escape without hurting him or without hurting even from our emotion. Rather compassionately dealing with that person is understanding that this person is under great influence of delusion, stress, or bad manners, or whatever, and deep in suffering. Therefore, it's harming me. So, yeah. And if there's a lot of thief around, then should build big wall. Like we talk about building a wall. Big wall. Okay, maybe in America, I don't know, it could be quite sensitive to talk about the wall. So maybe, yeah, anyway, I think it's still, big fence maybe better. The same, yeah. So anyway, so yeah. So maybe even put an electric. But if you don't tell people that you got electric on your wall, that's not compassionate way. You just put a big sign. I put an electric wall, but this got electric shock. So that's you're concerning about their well-being, even for the thief. It's quite compassionate way. And even after dealing with the compassionate way, still want to jump and get into trouble, then we have to blame the karma. So anyway, yes, if something is endangering you, especially for the most compassionate one, you have to find every protection to protect yourself from committing action with that harm giver. Because the moment you commit action with that harm giver, like even as a receiver of the harm, you create a karma. You contribute, make that person's negative karma even more intense because of you receive the harm. So it's something like that. Yes, please. Yeah. Oh, okay. Then, same subject. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So on the same subject, and I asked another teacher of mine,
Yeah.
because sometimes you don't have a choice. Okay, I'll give you a situation. You're on a ship, okay, and there are 100 people on the ship,
Yeah.
and somebody takes over control of the ship.
Yeah.
And they're going to crash that ship into an
Yeah.
iceberg and kill everybody.
Yeah.
Kill everybody, unless you killed him.
Yeah.
Okay. So the other teacher I had said, as I asked him the question, is it okay if we take this person's life?
Mm.
And he said, yes, but not for the reason that you think.
Mm.
And the answer was, it depends on motivation. If your motivation is to prevent this person from committing this horrible murder,
Yeah.
which will cause him endless eons of negative karma,
Yeah.
then it's okay to do it.
Yeah. So you need to know karma very well. You need to be extremely mindful. That is, oneself will commit the karma in order to, save others experiencing karma. There are such actions, performed. Like there even a story of Bodhisattva with the 500 merchant, and the Bodhisattva has to kill the one person who definitely going to kill the 500 merchant, and seeing how much of karmic consequences that person going to experience, and also how much suffering others going to experience, and this person was killed. And of course, the Bodhisattva, he also experienced the consequences. So you also have to be ready to experience the karmic consequences. You cannot say, I'm Bodhisattva. So that also, but when you are overwhelmed with compassion, then that's the time comes that you don't mind to suffer for others' happiness, others' protection, So then that's why in our normal life, if someone is, being very negative, and you may need to make a very firm stand, or kind of like making sure that person don't do more wrong thing, maybe even kind of giving them a lesson, but do that without anger, do that without malicious thought, do that with compassion concerning this person's karma. Then you may need to give a very harsh lesson, but that harsh lesson, whatever pain he received, you also, if even it's just like a pain of hitting, you create a karma, and you are ready to do that. But then the positive side, you earn so much of merit. And another example is like this. There's a story of hunter and the deer and the monk. So the hunter is chasing the deer, and there's a crossroad. So if the hunter lie to the monk lie to the hunter, the deer will be safe. But if he lie, he create the karma of lying. So now you need to weigh. So saving someone's life and lying, the karma is much more lighter. Saving someone's life the merit is such a great. So he saved the life of hunter. In our life, there are many like that. So that's not completely like, okay, this is pure virtue, pure non-virtue, uh, Like there's a, let's say, the many, Bodhisattva teachers, it happened in the monastery, it happened in our Himalayan culture, it can be very fierce. We get a lot of stick in order for us to not to do wrong thing, and they've been doing that with the deep compassion. If they don't have deep compassion, they will let us to do whatever we like or the wrong thing. All the Buddhas, like Chenrezig, manifest into higher Girva. It's so roughful. That itself is a teaching that compassion sometimes has to manifest into very roughful. Manjushri is a very peaceful deity, but the roughful aspect, Yamantaka, is so roughful, so scary, because there are obstacles that which is peaceful way you are unable to take care. But everything has to come out of compassion. Then there's only benefit.
Real quickly, in a wartime situation, can soldiers be Buddhists?
Oh, why not?
Well, they're killing one another. It's kill or be killed.
By order.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they will be killed or they will be getting into trouble. So by order. So your best, they shouldn't have war at all, first of all. Of course, but if there's a true Buddhist practitioner, I don't think that general will order a war. They can have name tag of Buddhist generals, Buddhist this, Buddhist that. But whether they're really living in the path or not is another story. Yes. Yeah.
Hello, Geshe. Recently, twice you spoke about the iron rod,
Yes.
which I'm familiar with that feeling there.
Mm-hmm.
How do I know which deity? Do I choose one on my own, or do I ask you to help me identify the deity that would be most beneficial, or another teacher? How does that work? Thank you.
Maybe I'm not capable. No, you can be the right person, or you can ask some teacher who can do observation, who can see through your mind, see through your karma. So then they can suggest to you, they can advise you what is your meditational deity. Many gurus does that. Yeah, and sometimes you naturally feel connection to certain particular deity, and you can have many deities, many special deities, so like that. Thank you.
Yeah, so one more question.
But this iron thing, Yamantaka. Yamantaka is a deity of wisdom, deity of emptiness. So if you want to relate overcoming the ignorance of grasping, then you can practice Yamantaka, like that.
Thank you, Geshe. My name is Tony, and my question concerns my meditation, and I have never questioned my meditation up until this moment. I'm a Zen practitioner. My practice is Zazen, and it's simply sitting, it's shamatha vipassana. And I might be delusional, and that's what I'm checking right now.
Mm-hmm.
My meditation, my Zazen, I thought, and it's been going on for 3 years, I thought was moving in the right direction. I'm no longer certain of it because of today. What my meditation is presenting, and that's really a lousy way to say it, is there's nothing out there. There's nothing in here. Like there's space there, but that's not it. And because this happened without a teaching, I have to ask you that question because I'm concerned what direction I'm going.
Okay.
Thank
you. Actually, I read what you wrote, and beautiful writing. It's absolutely nailed it towards the emptiness understanding. And it doesn't matter whether you're coming from Zen tradition or whatever tradition. If that writing is I think that is expression of what you do meditation on emptiness, and confidently say correct meditation. So then nothing to be doubt. Carry on, but right very now, make sure the ego cannot have the ego. Very dangerous, because really, yeah, I read very carefully, and I remember the last time also, see a lot of progress also, amazingly. I think, and also Zen Buddhists, you see, they practice Diamond Cutter Sutra, and Diamond Cutter Sutra is the main subject is emptiness. So and then there may be different way of expressing it. You see, okay. So anyway, no need to doubt. Carry on, keep it up, rejoice, and no ego. Now another thing, when we talk about meditation, each and every individual may be doing your own style, but the point is the same. The ultimate goal could be the same. But and also you may be following different tradition, different teachers. Different teachers teach in different styles. But how to know that your meditation is correct is to examine through whether the delusions are decreasing. The more you do meditation, the delusions are getting less and lesser. That means your meditation is correct. Even you just stay completely blank, or even you think a lot, or even you do meditation, emptiness, whatever. If delusion is getting lesser, ignorance is getting lesser, grasping is getting lesser, attachment, aversion, everything is getting lesser and lesser. That is the result that we need to achieve the improvement after each meditation. Then you don't have to ask to anybody whether my meditation is correct or not. Your meditation is correct. If that is not happening, delusion is getting greater and greater. Grasping is getting greater and greater. Ego is getting greater and greater. Even you claim that I do meditation, like vipassana, or especially insight, or just like Bodhisattva, you're obviously lying. You're obviously not thinking, first of all. So like that. It's saying that omda nyimongdul, thirda shishindu, omda nyimongdul. So the more you listen to teaching, the more and more, because the more you listen to teaching, the more you study, your knowledge become greater, isn't it? So you your head become like that. The more you study, the more you listen to teaching, you have to be like this, more and more calm. If you learn so much until that you're not even dare to look at your teacher's feet, that's a sign that you learn so much. Teacher is doing like that, you do like that. That already proven that something is not right. Then Gomda Nyemongdu, the same thing what I explained before. The more you meditate, the inner humility has to happen. The delusion have to be released, purified. You become more and more peaceful. So the more meditation you do, the more retreat you do, you become more crazy. You become more hyper. You become like kind of like like a Dhammarupa. And then it didn't work. Meditation is not working. You become, the more meditation you do, you have to kind of manifest that through your body, speech, and mind, especially the mind, become like Arahat. Arahat is a symbol of gentleness, peacefulness. So peaceful. Your heart is so peaceful. When there's no delusion, then that's the peaceful state of heart, like that. So you can determine like that. Any question? Then
We have
we
two
do short
questions online.
Oh, yes, please.
Karen, do you want to unmute yourself? I'm sorry, Lorna, do you want to unmute yourself and ask your question first, and then we'll get to Larry?
Sure. Thank you so much, Geshe-la. I understand that emptiness is permanent. And I'm just wondering
Yes.
if you could explain that, what the thinking is around that, the analysis.
So, that is more of the philosophical kind of identifying, different phenomena, So then there's a permanent phenomena, impermanent phenomena. So then emptiness, space, they were regarded as a permanent phenomena. So permanent means permanent, there are many meanings. It's like unchangeable, indestructible. So the permanent in relation to emptiness is not talking about undestructible. It's undestructible, yes, but it's like unchangeable by it is it is characteristic. The emptiness of any phenomena, that the characteristic of emptiness of any phenomena is the sameness ever. There's no changes. That's why it regarded as a permanent. Like emptiness of you, emptiness of me, emptiness of phenomena, emptiness of Buddha. That emptiness is nothing more than lack of inherent existence. And that is sameness to all. That's why, because of no changes, no momentary changes, no stopping, it is characteristic, or no need to improve, it is characteristic, no need to decrease, it is characteristic. Other than just simply lack of inherent existence. Because of that, is permanent in not changeable of its characteristic. Otherwise, very much defined by, whether it's momentarily changeable or not. In general, if it's momentarily not changeable, it's a permanent. Momentarily changeable is regarded as impermanent phenomena, something like that.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Then our next question is from Larry online. Thank you so much for your patience.
Hi, Geshe-la.
Hello.
Can you hear me? I guess you can. My
Where
niece.
are you?
I'm here. My niece recently underwent IVF. It was successful. I was wondering, when does the consciousness enter between the egg and the sperm during a process like IVF, in vitro fertilization?
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, okay. So that time you don't need the father present there to shoot the spoon. Not spoon. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So, so I roughly get determined when the spoon was thrown. Okay. Okay. In the serious note, yeah. When the egg and the sperm, like come together, then could be the immediate next moment, or could be even maybe sometime later. So that's possible. But before these two meet, then there's no possibility to consciousness to enter. So in order the previous life's consciousness to enter into a new base of life, these two substance has to come together. And this two is very much like karmically kind of like has to proven is, it is a match in one kind of like a mixed entity, then only consciousness enter, something like that. So there's some debate in a Vinaya, when you study Vinaya Sutra. So there are quite a lengthy debate that to study about how this thing happens. So something like that.
Even if it's in a test tube outside of the womb?
Anyway, it's okay. I think as long as there's fatal two substances are there, the karmically. Okay. What's it? Test tube. I see, glass jar, and no need to baby come out from mother's womb. Now you can. Okay. So then the womb, again, the womb is not necessarily like the womb that the whole big thing. So there's a empty space that comes from mother. So maybe it could be from the egg. It has its own element, a subtle element that serve as a womb. So, but that cannot come from father. It has to come from mother. You see. So therefore, yeah, I think it's quite easy to answer. How it happens. If only if there's anything like without mother's egg, only father's sperm, the baby is born, then that's a big issue to answer. Otherwise, it's, I think, quite easy to answer. Whenever we talk about body, there's a gross body, there's subtle body, innermost subtle body. Similarly, you can interpret as a gross womb, which is the big, the stomach area, then subtle, innermost subtle, in fact, the innermost subtle is indestructible. It comes together with the indestructible drop, where our life force stay, where our clear light mind, the subtlest form of the living beings continuum reside, and that is invisible. And that also the element is the factor comes from mother and father, which make up indestructible drop in the center chakra. You see, so yeah, so there's an element of womb there. I don't know whether I answer. Did I answer the question? Or anybody want to answer this? Anybody have some idea? Or did I understand what he is trying to ask? Okay.
Larry, everything's good, right? Thumbs up.
Yeah, well, for the most part, yes. I can figure it out from now.
Okay.
I think.
Great. I think we're good.
No, I was just wondering if the if the egg is extracted from the woman and the sperm is also extracted and they're brought together outside of the womb in a lab.
Yes. So there's an element of mother's womb there. Yeah, to actually nurture the life of the baby. Without mother's womb, as a womb born, cannot. So that's why I call womb born, like egg born, moist born, miracle born, or womb born. So as a womb born means womb is needed. You see, so it's not being born in the stomach, the womb, the mother's body, outside in the glass. So with the egg, there's an element that which serve as a womb. Yeah. Yep. It can be like simultaneous meeting together. No, I mean the egg already has to be already exist there. Then the two factor, the consciousness and the sperm, maybe they can establish simultaneously, or it can have a duration in different. then the consciousness, travel with that wind.
I understand now.
So that's why not necessarily always have to go from the nose. Not necessary. Mostly happen like that. Okay. So now for the meditation, we need to handle quite a lot of distraction of room. Okay. Now it's 2:30, yeah? Okay. So maybe we will have maybe about 10 to 15 minutes break. And that break actually you can drink tea, you can go toilet, you can walk around, but mainly is do analytical meditation. The uh, um, analyzing whatever you engage in any activities, you try to figure it out, the legitimate existing I, the person, and also the legitimate or what we call interdependent action, rather than like having the normal way of making instant judgment, or just try to figure it out whether I and the action exist the way it appeared to you or not, and try to experience some kind of like illusional like. This is the meditation is called dream like, illusional like. Means exists, but at the same time there's no one substance that you can able to grasp or establish as an innate existence. And as a benefit, we already talked so much about it directly, open on directly antidote to the ignorant and grasping. It helps purify those, So before do that, we do the preliminary breathing meditation. Yeah, so you can also do the mudra if you like, otherwise not necessary. Yeah, like this. Touch yourself, back straight. Okay, start. Yeah, then second round. Third round. Release the face. Yeah. So in your individual meditation time, you can add another round, 9 rounds of purifying the 3 partial attitudes as I guided before. So here today, we will first do some single pointed meditation. Again, similar like yesterday. You can choose any object. Best is Buddha's holy object. Yeah, there should be element of a bit of heaviness and also very bright kind of object. And the sizes depend on individual. And try to achieve these 3 qualities of concentration: the vivid clarity, and single pointed concentration to the object, and sense of buoyancy, sense of tranquility experience in body and mind. Okay, start. Thank you. Yeah, so until 3:15, almost half an hour, you go and look for yourself. So try to, using these 4 points, what you are going to get rid of, what is the negation, is the independent, true existent, the self, me, the I. Mm? And whether that, first of all, the I that you usually know, is that I exists within these aggregates or without. If it exists within these aggregates, then whether it's whole of the aggregates or one of the aggregates, whether it's body or mind. If it's body, then there's so many different parts of the body. Which one is it? Or whole of it? If it is a mental aggregates, then whether the present mind or the previous mind, virtuous mind, negative mind, neutral mind, you try to figure it out, which one is you. Then if you cannot find within physical body, like as Nagarjuna have emphasized in the precious garland, I is not the water, not the earth, not the water, not the fire, not the air, not the whole of it. So meaning, if you can't find within, then whatever you see, wherever you are, you try to find there. Or maybe even the place where you are, or things that you cannot find, and check it out where is any other possibility. Including you can go and search in the moon, or anywhere, or maybe other kind of universe. I mean, if you cannot find here, it's quite impossible to find somewhere else so far, where unknown place. Yeah. So basically, at the end, oh, I see. The I, or the me that I used to believe, perceive, concrete, solid there, actually, it just exists merely in the name. It exists with so many causes and conditions, so many factors, and that made up this identity or special character or me. That's it. And that confirmation is, losing the inherent grasping or substantial grasping of self we thought is in the body is negated. Like someone called me, so, Tenzin Zopa, you say, hey, it's me here. You obviously will say, I'm here, isn't it? Then the person come even nearer, say, where are you? I said, don't you see? Don't you see? I'm here. Sometimes point here, isn't it? So as if like maybe somewhere here or in the lung, and sometimes some people, even a belief thought that maybe in the brain or in the heart, or maybe the heart, or maybe somewhere in the central here. So just do excursion and do excursion until see whether you can have some conclusion that I is really, it is merely a name that which is also established on the interdependent basis only. There's no inherent existence at all. Then later when we resume, maybe about 15 minutes or so, we will do, then you have the object of absorption meditation. It's not completely yet there, because the object of absorption meditation, usually the ultimate one is the emptiness of the mind, that mind, that knowing that, oh, I do not exist inherently, Then after that, you need to do another layer of observation, whether that mind itself, that wisdom itself, also lies in the nature of inherent existence or not. And knowing that even the subject is lacking of inherent existence, that void, that notion of void is the object that you're going to place your concentration and be in absorption like that. But if you're able to arrive up to there, it's well done. If not, just before we do the next observation meditation, then we will do short analytical meditation on the subject, because now you already know you've been doing analytical meditation on the eye, the external way. So like that, something like that. Okay. So 15 minutes, and during that you can have tea. You basically, whatever action you do, you try to find yourself. Thank you. Wonderful. We'll come back. Yeah. So as what is stated in the Lama Chopa in the Guru Puja text, I seek your blessing to perfect the samadhi on illusion by realizing how outer and inner phenomena lack true existence but still appear, like an illusion, a dream, or the moon in image on the still lake. So whether the analytical meditation went well or not, when you conclude by making supplication to your guru. If you know all the lineage master of the profound Dharma, all the way up to Buddha Manjushri, since this is a meditation on emptiness, then you can also make a supplication, remembering, all the lineage masters are present. Otherwise, if you relating to, one particular guru as your root guru, or one particular guru, or few particular guru, from whom you believe, from whom you receive most benefit, to receive the blessing of knowledge, blessing of understanding, blessing of realization, and blessing of the impact that you are enjoying in your day-to-day life in relation to the teaching and practice of emptiness. You remember that guru and see that guru, same entity of the Buddha Manjushri, same entity, same being, same nature, the wisdom, the Dharmakaya being of all the Buddhas. Then, but that in the guru form, then, as if in real person, that you request to grant blessing, request to clear whatever obstacle there may be, to actualize the direct realization on emptiness. If you are struggling in understanding the definitions of emptiness, then you also request to bless me to understand emptiness, as without delay. You understand, but you are not having time. Always there's a lot of interruption by many activities, distractions, or even laziness. Just simply not remembering to meditate on emptiness, and you request specific blessing. Even you have a lot of time, you understand you have a lot of time, but not really gaining realization, not sustainable realization. And there's no spontaneous wisdom that is always there when you engage with the object of our mind. And that is a proof that you haven't gained the path. When you gain the path, whatever practice you do, if that become realization as a path within your continuum, then it arises effortlessly. The path will be within our system in all time. You see, so so you request to actualize the path, actualize the realization. So this is the there's one verse expressed in Lama Chopa. It is coming from the sutric teaching. So I seek your blessing to perfect the samadhi on the illusion by realizing how outer and inner phenomena like true existence, but still appears like as illusion, dream, and the moon in the image of still lake. So you can also look into the text, you can memorize this, or you can read one time, you remember the meaning, and you express the meaning from your heart. You can do that also before you engage into meditation, but it is so beneficial, so essential to do that when you're concluding the meditation, to have a steady progress. So, when you request, then, in your visualization, there's infinite light rays and the nectars, following from the guru towards you. In your visualization, you can understand like that. And that help to cleanse all the obstacle and also gather all the resources of merits. So one of the element, one of the conducive condition to realize the realization of emptiness is to accumulate merit. Without merit, not possible. We have shared some stories, like even Lama Tsongkhapa, he has a correct knowledge on emptiness. He understood the entire, complete, unmistaken intent of the Buddha and Nagarjuna Aryadeva on the emptiness teaching. He composed commentary on that, but he still didn't realize the path. So then he consulted with his guru and he asked Lama Tsongkhapa to seek blessing from Manjushri. So then he has a direct vision from Manjushri, and Manjushri asks Lama Tsongkhapa that need to do purifications of the karmic obscuration and accumulations of the merit. So therefore, you should go to Wakacholing to practice prostration and practice mandala offering. So he used the 35 Buddhas prostration practice and did the mandala offering practice. Then one day, after doing all these preliminary practices, whatever he understood, everything actualized as a path. Everything become him. Or he become the dharma. He become the emptiness. There's no inseparable, oneness. So those are examples. So therefore, during this visit, we talk about mandala practice. Quite a detailed teaching have done. So those who are very serious about it, and also to do mandala practice, do prostration. So the best example for us to follow is our lineage gurus like Lama Tsongkhapa. So in order to become just like them, there's a very clear example they have shown, so we followed that like that. Okay, so now and I've shared I've asked Venerable to share the short note on these different points on emptiness. the different logical reasonings to points to apply, and some of the this supporting teachings from other masters, including this verse. There's one verse dedicated to request blessings for the analytical meditation. There's another verse dedicated to request blessing to actualize absorption meditation. So you can take from the wherever it's shared, you can use that. So it says like this. So for the absorption meditation, it says, Lama Atisha says, just as a wisdom does not see the inherent nature in phenomena, having analyzed wisdom itself by reasoning non-conceptually, meditate on that. So when the analytical wisdom, which does not find any true existence in person or other phenomena, is likewise scrutinized by reasoning, it too it found not to be have the inherent existent nature. Here analysis is made to see whether the awareness apprehending the emptiness of object or self and the rest of the phenomena exists as it appear or not. Even the mind perceiving emptiness also lies in the similar nature or not. So you need to analyze that in a similar manner. And again, it is one with it is the wisdom, another with it is the wisdom. So similar technique. Okay? So here we take few moments, and just more like a greater auspiciousness. So we whatever wisdom that you've been analyzing, whether the self truly existed or not, now you analyze that wisdom, whether it exists the way it appear or not, and analyze until that you conclude the wisdom too lack of inherent existence. Wisdom too lies in a complete void of any form of grasping. It just simply exists interdependently. So we do just 5 minutes on that. So first, just let's say 1 minute you analyze. Now you're analyzing emptiness of the mind, emptiness of the mind that which been meditating just now, the meditation that you did. So the mind, that the wisdom does not exist in any form of the consciousness, in any form of the mind, the virtue, non-virtue, neutral, past, present, future. Numberless momentaries of the mind there. None of it is the wisdom realizing emptiness. And it does not exist on physical level, and it does not exist in any outer phenomena. It is true, just like the self and phenomena, which just now you have discovered, is lack of true existence, lack of substantial existence. And this mind too, this wisdom too, lack of inherent existence. Simply exists in mere name on the dependent base. It truly exists, but at the same time do not exist. It exists, but at the same time do not exist. It exists interdependently, do not exist inherently. So just as if you realize that, now you place your concentration onto it. You get absorption onto it. And as mentioned before, have these three qualities. Have a clear knowing of the void of inherent existence on this mind, on this wisdom, and your concentration mind is, single-pointedly holding on to that awareness. And along the way, there may be, usually occur two types of obstacles. There's the straying mind, the distraction, losing the object of meditation, and your introspection should know that, and introspection help to bring your meditative mind onto the object of meditation, and let the mindfulness to strengthen. It is quality of mindfulness. And certain time, the obstacle of laxity, dullness, like forgetting what you are meditating on. Or the singing mind or sleepy mind. And again, introspection, know that, and bring back your meditative mind to the object of meditation. Thank you. So then conclude by this. I seek your blessing to complete the perfection of wisdom through the space-like yoga of single-minded placement upon ultimate truth, conjoined with the pliancy and great bliss induced by the discriminating wisdom analyzing suchness. So similar like before, you request Guru's blessing to actualize the realization. Okay, thank you. So now we conclude the session, a short dedication. So whatever merit that we accumulate from all the Dharma discourse that we did, throughout this month into Tenur Buling, and especially those teachings on emptiness, in particularly these 2 days, the emptiness discourse or the retreat that we did, without any doubt, immeasurable merits have accumulated, immeasurable purifications that have happened within us, that have happened to the environment, and also contributed greatly to the world to be a better place. Through the merit, through the cleansing practice, that will naturally happen. Even we didn't talk about it, we didn't do meditation, but just simply, even just reciting the mantra alone, will bring that in benefit. But here we pronounce emptiness how many times? Many times. You see, so we try to really use the meditative mind to carve the imprint of emptiness within our continuum. So truly a great consecration. So immense of accumulations of merit. Together, all the merit that accumulate in the past, all the merit that going to accumulate in the future, especially in relation to emptiness practice. Then all the merits and virtue accumulated by past, present, future Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, deities, gurus, sentient beings. May this collective merit be complete cause one numberless sentient beings to be free from oceans of samsaric suffering. It is causes karma and delusion and actualize temporary happiness after the ultimate happiness of enlightenment accordingly. May this collective merit be complete cause whatever inconvenience that the world is experiencing, whatever inconvenience in inner outer secret obstacle that individually here, your family members, or anyone in the world that going through, may this collective merit be the direct antidote to purify them. And may each and everyone enjoy perfect virtues and uninterrupted and perfect virtues and actualize all the aspirations, both mundane and spiritual aspirations accordingly. May this collective merit be complete cause anyone who pass away, may especially who pass away with a very painful way, a lot of suffering, who pass away with a very physical pain, mental pain, who pass away in an accident, who pass away in a war zone, who pass away in natural disaster, who pass away untimely and due to untimely chemical ripening of death, and anyone who pass away, in particular last 49 days, free from the suffering of death, suffering in intermediate state, suffering of rebirth, actualize higher rebirth in Buddha's pure realm, and within that very lifetime they actualize state of full enlightenment accordingly. May this collective merit be complete cause. All the good people in this world, like His Holiness the Dalai Lama, all your spiritual gurus, yourself, your family members, or anyone who is, contributing to the peace and happiness of others, all those husbands who is taking good care of their wife, bringing so much happiness and virtue to their wife. All those wives, who bring so much happiness to their husband, bring so much virtue to their husband. All those children, who service their parent, their elderly parent, their grandparents, accumulating a lot of virtue in the name of their parents, whether they're living, their disease, like that. All the Dharma brothers, sisters, conditioning others to practice the Dharma, practice the virtue, being in the service. May each and every one of them enjoy good health, long life, fulfill all their mundane spiritual aspirations, then ultimately, they actualize state of full enlightenment accordingly. May this quality merit be complete cause anyone, whether it's a disease, whether it's living, whether it's for human, whether it's for animal or spirit, whoever requested or whoever aspire, prayer dedication from me, prayers dedication from our teachers, prayers dedication from you. May this collective merit be complete cause. With that, those prayers, may each and every of those people who need prayer support, all their aspirations and wishes be fulfilled accordingly. May this collective merit be complete cause. All the virtuous institutions like monasteries, nunneries, and all the Dharma centers, all the Dharma projects, and in particularly to the Nurbuling here in Santa Fe, and also all the others that the students or directors or SPCs or any students, from that particular center, that particular organization attending, this course, may then to the Noble Ling may free from inner outer secret obstacles, lies all the conducive conditions to preserve the virtue, perfect virtue, the Dharma, the compassion action in most extensive learning as well as actualization on the stages of the path. May this collective merit be complete cause. Each and every one of you, who came here with certain aspiration or expectations, through the power of the triple gem, through the power of the emptiness, through the power of the energy, each and every one of us that we carry this positive energy and the merit we accumulated out of it, may your ambition, may your wishes, the purpose you come here be actualized. May days be auspicious, may nights be auspicious, may every single moment be auspicious. And also we dedicate this collective merit for our most precious Guru, Gyabje Lama Subarambache, fulfill all his enlightened wishes, and may the world, may the we sentient being, may we students actualize his unmistaken reincarnation swiftly, and may he able to actualize all his enlightened legacies in the service of Dharma and in the service of sentient being accordingly. Yeah, so then I will recite some dedication prayers. So from your side now, if there's any specific dedication that you wish to do for yourself, please do so. So now it's like very kind of like the best time, it's the best moment that you make. The prayers will be very, very effective. So you dedicate. Then also mandala, you can get ready. Yeah. O jewa de nyudo na la ma sanje rupyo ne dowa je jama le ban de ye za la go barai yo. Chanju zemjo rembo je ma je banam je jo je jewa nyamba me ba ya. Kone gondo pe warai sho tongni dawa rembo je ma je banam je jo je jewa nyamba me ba. Kone gondo pe warai sho rimye dawa rimbo je ma je panam je ju je jewa nyamba me ba. Kone gondo pe warai jambe bawe je dra jemba dang gondo sambo de ya de shin je de da kun je je so da lo. Jawa de da tam je rab do ngo de so je be jawa tam je de ngo gang la chu do ngo ba. 다시 제베 자와 대군자 상보 제제랍도 오버라지 파마심제 담제 된다는 게 년도 담제 다도 동화다 전주 선바 가나 수조바 대다 군제 몰람도 겨로에 셈제 네바 제네바 뇨도 네레 타조제 도베네네 말바 다도 중화 메바라이 아레라베 고베 신감데 펜난데와 말레 중에네 제레세와 덴진자조 샤베제데 바도 덴주로지 제 주저라메 고제 랍덴제 남가 틸레 조조 젠바다 로산 템베르메서 도베 모제 다도 제주로 제 자와군도 양다 라마다 담메제제 벨라론조제 사다람지 연대람 도제 장제 공바 뉴도조 배당조와 미그베 이신노고 바삼제 선제라와 고제 삼바 최진드베 다제 요자신베제 조제 다마레 라마 녜데 게 상제 제도 메데 wa do it's okay. Oh, ye dhamma guru rana menda amne ya da ya me ze ve de je le ze me je be o ja be a je be so je zong ga ba lo zong da be cha la zo wa de me ze je re se me je be om bo ja be ya je be so je zo ga ba lo zang da be cha la zo de me ze je re ze me je be o bo ja be ya ka je be so je zo ga ba lo za da be sha la so wa de me me ze de che che ngan chen yin be zu ye zong ga ba lo san da be sha la so. Thank you very much for the organizer and for each and every one of you who put so much effort to be here for the benefit of all sentient beings. And some of you came from very, very far. So I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, everyone in the online also. Thank you. See you next year or maybe other year.